Can you believe some random memes on the internet made the stock market lose $6.8 billion? Not a government, not a rival bank, not some genius billionaires, just some random memes without a plan. People who spend their day posting memes, arguing in the comment section and calling themselves degenerates. These same people brought one of the most powerful hedge funds on the Wall Streets onto the knees. And the best part, they did it on a purpose.
This video is made for educational purposes only. Trading and investing involve market risk. This channel will not be responsible for any profits or losses.
This is the story of smart money versus dumb money. For decades, Wall Street called ordinary investors dumb money. People who don't understand stock markets, people who just follow trends, people who can simply be ignored. But in January 2021, the so-called dumb money looked the smart money straight in the eyes and challenged them for one of the greatest battles of the stock market. And they were absolutely right. To understand this story, first, let's understand what smart money is and what dumb money is. First, let's understand these two terms because Wall Street uses them constantly and it tells you a lot about how the world works. Smart money. Smart money means institutional investors, hedge funds, investment bankers, giant mutual funds. These are the organizations with billions of dollars. Entire floor of analysts, private data feeds, and algorithms running every single record. They are called the smart money because they are known to know more, move faster, and always come on the top. Dumb money, just like most of us, they are the retail trailers. You, me, ordinary people buying stocks on the phone through certain apps. No private data, no Bloomberg terminal, no PhD in finance, just some savings, an internet connection, and a lot of opinions. Wall Street has always looked down on the retail investors. The assumption was simple and arrogant. Big money always wins. Small investors are just noise. They don't matter. But January 2021 destroyed that assumption completely. Now, to understand how this fight actually happened, you need to understand one weapon the hedge funds were using. It is called short selling. Normally, investing is very simple. You buy a stock, you hope the price goes up, you make the money, that's it. Short selling is the exact opposite. You are betting that a stock's price will fall. Here is how it works. You borrow shares from someone. You immediately sell them at today's price and then you wait if the price drops. You buy those shares at a cheaper price, return them to whoever you borrowed from and keep the difference as your profit. Sounds clever, right? But here's the catch, and this is very important. If the price goes up instead of down, you are in a serious trouble. You still have to buy those shares back no matter what. And unlike the normal investing, where the worst case is you lose what you put in, and short selling, your losses are theoretically unlimited. There is no ceiling. The stock can keep rising forever and you keep bleeding. A hedge fund called Melvin Capital had done this. Aggressively shorted a company called GameStop, ticker symbol GME. They were so confident, so sure, they had absolutely no idea what was coming after them. Yes, GameStop, a chain of physical video game retail stores in America. By 2021, most people on Wall Street thought GameStop was basically finished. Everything had digitally gone. Nobody was driving to mall to buy a game disc anymore. Analysts were writing it off and hedge funds were piling on their short positions, essentially placing massive bets that GameStop would eventually go to zero. They had in fact shorted more shares that actually existed in the market. This is called overshorting. It is legal, but as they were about to find out, it is also catastrophically risky. And then one guy on Reddit noticed this. His name was Keith Gill. On YouTube, he went by Roaring Kitty. On Reddit, he went by the very unhinged name Deep King Value. He was not a Wall Street insider. He was just a guy, a marketing professional from Massachusetts, who had done serious, genuine research on GameStop and believed that the stock was heavily undervalued. Then he posted his analysis on a subreddit called WallStreetBets. People read it, they shared it, and they got excited. Then they started buying it. This subreddit, WallStreetBets, had been around since 2012. On the surface, it looks absolutely unhinged. People posting loss, calling themselves apes and degenerates, laughing about losing enormous amount of money, making absolutely unhinged financial decisions just for fun. But underneath all that chaos was community of genuinely angry people. By angry, I mean really angry. Angry at a system that bailed out banks in 2008 while ordinary people lost their jobs and homes. Angry at hedge funds that got richer every year regardless of what happened to the economy. Angry of being dismissed, being called dumb money, being told to stay in their lane. When the GameStop opportunity becomes clear, WSB moved fast. The community exploded to hundreds of thousands of members to millions just in few days. Students, salaried employees, people doing this for the first time in their life, all piling in GameStop through Robinhood and the other apps.
Speaking of building money using trading, got you thinking about into crypto trading? Here is something you need to know. Use the link in our bio to sign up for an FIU registered crypto trading app, fully compliant and fully legitimate, and you will get a free subscription of Adhirah AI worth 2000 rupees, completely free just for signing up through our link. For that, don't forget to fill out the Google form mentioned in the description.
And then the price began to move. Wall Street noticed and started to get nervous. As more and more ordinary people bought GameStop, the price shot upward. And as the price rose, Melvin Capital's short position started bleeding badly. Now, here is where it gets truly dramatic. See, when a stock that you have shorted starts rising, you have two options. You either hold your position and hope it falls down, or you buy shares to limit your losses. Melvin Capital and their funds were forced to start buying to protect themselves. But that buying pushed the price even higher, which forced more short sellers to buy, which pushed the prices even higher. This cycle has a name. It's called short squeeze, and it is one of the most brutal things that happens in the stock market. GameStop went from $20 to $500 just in 2 weeks. Melvin Capital lost approximately $6.8 billion in January 2021 alone. They had to be rescued, bailed out by other hedge funds just to keep functioning. The random internet memers had just caused a financial earthquake on Wall Street. But then came a dramatic turn that made everyone so furious and angry. On January 28th, right on the peak of the madness, Robinhood, the very app most of these retail investors were using, suddenly blocked users from buying GameStop shares. You only could sell, not buy, only sell. The internet absolutely erupted. Think about how this looked. The little guy was financially winning for once, and the platform tricked them at exactly that moment. Politicians from the left and the right in America were furious. Celebrities were calling it out publicly. Millions of people felt completely betrayed. And Robinhood, it said it was due to some technical issues. Technical issues like clearing house deposit requirements, a regulatory obligation. Maybe that was true, but the timing felt like a system was protecting its own. Congressional hearing was called out. Keith Gill, a regular guy who started all this from his home, was called to testify in front of the United States Congress. The dumb money got so loud that the government itself could not ignore it. So, what is the real lesson here? The line between smart money and dumb money is not as solid as Wall Street wants you to believe. When ordinary people share information, coordinate together, and act with conviction, they can shake institutions that have existed for decades. The stock market is not just for the elite. It just felt that way for a very long time. GameStop was just not a trade, it was a message. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button. If you have any suggestions, feel free to comment and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.